Hello, I'm Robin Ayers, and welcome to the official Johnson After Show. We're sitting with the cast of Johnson to unpack the biggest moments of tonight's explosive episode of Johnson. If you're watching this and you haven't seen the latest episode, pause right here and hop on Brown Sugar right now to catch up. Then pick back up with us once you're ready because we are spilling the tea tonight. Welcome to another episode. We are here with Thomas Q. Jones and Philp Smithey. Thank you guys again for joining me for episode 202. There's a lot going on here. Well, first of all, thank God Caleb is okay. We find out that he only just wanted to go see his dad, right? In that conversation that you were having with Naomi, you said a really powerful line, and I want you to break that down.
No offense, but no matter how hard you try, you can never teach a boy how to be a man.
Oh, God. Are you serious right now?
Well, you have your version, Naomi, but it's just different.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's a very touchy subject.
Yeah.
And I totally understand why. You know, when it comes to being a man and a woman, there are very specific things that those experiences entail. I have sisters, and I grew up with them, and you know, I feel very connected to them. But at the same time, you know, I wasn't a woman. I didn't go through the process that they went through. I watched them go through those processes to become a woman, but I didn't. And it was the same thing for them to watch me go from a boy to a man. So I do think that a man and a woman could raise a boy and a girl to be an incredible human being with morals and integrity and character. I do think that there's some specific nuances in being a man or a woman that unless you have those specific experiences, it will be hard to maybe articulate some of those things. And so it was a very honest conversation, and it's a conversation that's being had in a lot of different communities, especially in the Black community. And that's what we do on this show. We don't run from controversial topics. You know, we bring these topics up, we show them in a specific scenario, and we allow people to have those conversations based off of something that's grounded. So I love the fact that we're talking about these type of things, and hopefully it'll open up people's perspective so they can try to see the other side of it.
Yeah. Well, I have to say that I just love the fact that Omar wants to be so hands-on with his son. Right. So we'll see where that goes. But right now, we have a special guest, and I want you guys to take a look and see who it is. So if you don't mind, Philip, go ahead and grab that tablet in the back seat there, and let's see who it is.
What's up, fellas? Congratulations on season 2, man. Super litty.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, here's a question. Keith, why in the world would you think that you can box Omar out of all the people? Keith, I mean, you could have challenged him to Yahtzee, backgammon, picture taking. Y'all could have did a picture off. But to box Omar, man, but I got it, you got heart. You got heart and nice baby hair.
Valid question. Okay. I think Keith has been anxious for the opportunity to prove himself, and not only that, to kind of feel like, hey, you can't treat me like I'm not a man. I'm a man too. So I'm going to show you that I'm a man by fighting you. I'm sure Keith has eyes. He sees what he's up against, but you know, he's also been training. He's been working very hard in the park, training with the Taibo class, and he's optimistic about his odds, because it is true in a fight. You know, like there's power and then there's like speed and agility, and so Keith is definitely going for the speed and agility route, and I think his plan is to tire Omar out until and then force him into submission. He's been watching a lot of YouTube getting ready for this.
YouTube. That always comes in handy. What was that whole scene like for you guys? Let's talk about that part.
Use the jab, right? Use the jab. Yeah. All right, stick and move. And if you get hit, just stay down. Just stay down.
Don't tire yourself out, because you bigger and you have less stamina.
What? Jarvis, my stamina is fine.
It was so much fun to shoot that day.
It was,
I mean, yeah, like we were in this awesome gym. we had like kind of a little bit of choreography. Like we didn't really try to like go overboard with it. We kind of just knew like, all right, these are some of the moments.
Right.
But I mean, I was just having a blast, just kind of getting in there and being like, tack, 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 and then getting out. And what's funny is he was having to control himself because all these times that I'm like coming in and I'm kind of like just getting in there, he's like, it's taking everything in me not to just knock you out right now.
Which eventually he ended up knocking him out.
Right.
But no, it was fun. It was a great scene. You know, our DP, Sten did a great job. Deji did a great job of writing the scene, even the dialogue in the middle of the scene. So even though it was a lot of moving pieces and it was a whole day to shoot it, it was a lot of fun. Jawan Lee directed that episode and did a great job.
Oh, very fun to watch. So at any point, did you try to get a sucker punch in there?
I think actually there was one take where I actually did kind of hit you in the face.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you all right? Oh, you cool? You good? Oh, Omar, you okay?
This guy doesn't know his own strengths. He's one of those guys. You know, he's thinking he's just playing around, and next thing you know, your nose is bleeding. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it." So, I spent most of the day dodging his random punches, but it worked out.
Well, for the most part, though, we can believe that Omar and Keith are back on good terms. They got it out their system, right? And we're back brothers again.
Yeah.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
right. As long as Keith believes that the fight was actually a draw, which
That's right. That's true.
which is also that's a sign of good friendship when you put your own like friend above your own pride, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, bro, you won.
Yeah,
that fight.
man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the sign of friendship, man. It's being selfless, and you know, it was a draw.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have fantastic chemistry on screen. You have fantastic energy in real life. I want to thank you again for coming on to today's episode, and we look forward to watching the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Watch all new episodes of Johnson on cable, satellite, or over the air. Find Bounce in your area by going to the URL below. That's bouncetv.com/find us.